Hey there, Sagittarians. Good evening. This is Kellyanne from Divine Messages and the High Priestess Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This is going to be your general weekly reading for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in your sign of Sagittarius. I'll be taking a look at your recent past, your present, and near future energies for you, and also at any obstacles or challenges that you're currently working through. I'll be asking Spirit for advice and messages also to help you along on your soul's journey today. I've already pre-shuffled the energy so that we can get started. Please remember that if this reading does not resonate with you for some reason, Sagittarians, you can always look at your moon sign, which is your emotions, as well as your Venus or your rising signs, because there may be some information there that may be helpful for you, okay? So let's get started. Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my ancestors and loved ones that have crossed, thank you for this gift of divination, and thank you for your blessings and protection tonight. As I attempt to interpret and clarify these messages and advice that you are channeling through me tonight, I ask you, Spirit, to please be as specific as possible so that I may interpret your messages correctly and provide accurate guidance to my seekers, our Sagittarians. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what's going on for this week. This week is starting today, May 14th. All right, so we have the Ten of Wands. We have the King of Wands in reverse. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Two of Wands. Lots of wands, and that's fire energy. Let's get one more for this. Okay. And we are getting the, let me move this down because I see that there is a bit of a glare here. We're also getting the Five of Wands. Other than this Two of Cups energy in the center, this is all you, Sagittarian. This is all fire energy. Okay? Let me just pull one, your current challenge, and we'll see what's going on here. Thank you. Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. Let me push this here so you can see. All right, Sagittarians. So what I'm strongly getting here is that your current issue, whatever you're working on right now, has to do with you having become very bored or dissatisfied in your current relationship, or you're starting just to feel like your current relationship is no longer good enough for you, or you feel like you deserve better. Okay. And because of this, you've been slowly like pulling away your energy from this relationship. You've been kind of wanting to spend more and more time by yourself to kind of work out how you feel about things. You feel like you want to go it alone a little bit to kind of process, to kind of like self-reflect, figure out what it is that you need, what's no longer working for you, and kind of reevaluate the situation. That's what I'm getting for your current challenge. Okay, now let's see what's going on here. So what I'm strongly getting here, Sagittarians, is that there was some kind of burden or some kind of ending that happened for you with this Ten of Wands. Okay, something that was very, very stressful, very, very heavy, very problematic for you. It caused you a lot of stress. It felt very burdensome to you, and this has already happened because you have a 10 here. This is something that has closed out in the recent past, and you were able to put that burden down at that time. Okay. Now, moving forward, though, I am seeing that there may have been some fighting or some arguing that may have had to do with that situation, or currently you may be arguing or fighting, or you're just at odds with your person. That's what I'm strongly seeing. And you want to not feel that. You want to not have that strife in your life. You want to feel like you're able to put that in the past and put it behind you. There was definitely a lot of competition. It's kind of like a combatant energy, or it's definitely an energy where, you know, you're just kind of constantly battling something, okay? This could also be like you battling things within inside of yourself also, but I'm strongly getting that either way, you're wanting to get rid of that energy and move past all of this, all right? Now, I am seeing the Two of Wands here, right, in the upright. The Two of Wands means that Sagittarians, you are currently at a place in your life where you feel like you've arrived at a crossroads. And because of that, you feel like you can no longer stay in your current position. You have to make a decision. And the decision is going to have a profound impact on your future. You can decide which way to go with this. Okay, so you might have a couple of options here on the table, but what you decide to do is going to impact you greatly. Okay, now because you realize that one of your decisions can possibly end in a very happy ending, possibly with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just in general, this is a cup of love. This is emotional fulfillment. This is feeling emotionally abundant and happy and satisfied. And what I'm strongly getting is that possibly this is causing you to be a little bit hesitant. The King of Wands can be tied to the sign of Leo. It can also represent Aries. It can also represent Sagittarius. You may be feeling like you're not as motivated as you'd like to be for some reason. It could be feeling like you don't feel the self-esteem maybe that you felt before in terms of moving toward your passions or moving towards something that you were very driven to follow through on. It may be that right now you're having a hard time deciding whether or not now is the right time to act. Okay. But it definitely has to do with you arriving at a place where you feel emotionally satisfied. Okay. So we're going to clarify these cards and see what's going on here. All right. Holy Spirit, let's clarify this Ten of Wands, please. Let's clarify this Ten of Wands. What was the situation for Sagittarians? Let's clarify this Ten of Wands, please. Thank you. All right, yep, and here's your card, Temperance. That's your card, Sagittarians. That's your major arcana card. All right, so I'm seeing here that in the recent past, when you were able to put this burden down and walk away from it finally, you kind of unloaded this heavy weight that you had been carrying, whether it was emotional weight, psychological weight, financial weight, anything, but it was very burdensome for you. And you were able to close out that cycle and put that down. But while that was happening, and even currently, there is a sense of kind of emotional imbalance with you right now. You're kind of like all over the place. You don't know what to do with your emotions. You don't know how to express how you feel. You don't maybe really even know how you feel at this point, at this stage of the game. And there's a bit of like emotional dysregulation here. Things are out of balance. Okay. So let's clarify the rest of the cards and see possibly what's going on here. Okay. So tell me about this King of Wands in reverse. Why is King of Wands in reverse here? Thank you. All right. The reason that you're in reverse here is that possibly tied to this issue in the past, you had a missed opportunity in love. All right. And that could have affected you greatly. Okay. Because I am showing again, the Ten of Cups right here in the center of your reading. So possibly in the past, whatever burden you were carrying around or whatever the situation was that was so heavy and making you so tired, left an impression on you where maybe you're nervous or hesitant about moving forward with this decision about the Two of Wands. Because I am seeing, that you had this missed opportunity in love, which may have been painful for you. Okay, so let's go and see what's up with this Ten of Cups. Tell me more about this situation for Sagittarius currently. Okay, wow, I am getting the Justice card in reverse. So you may have felt that in the recent past, there was some wrong that was done to you. You feel like things were not fair. You feel like things did not work out in your favor. Everything was like terrible. You feel like things were just not going your way. So this has all caused this like kind of feeling of hesitancy, feeling like your self-esteem is not great, feeling like you're not sure if you can, move forward towards this new opportunity in love, which would bring you to the Ten of Cups. All right. You felt like something was done to you that was not fair. Okay. Or you feel like because of this missed opportunity in love, everything like kind of went wrong. And overall, you feel like there's just not a sense of fairness in your life right now. You feel like something Something is holding you back, possibly. So let's see about this Two of Wands. Let's see about this Two of Wands, Sagittarians. What's going on? Tell me about this Two of Wands. Thank you. You have the Moon in reverse. The Moon in reverse is major for Pisces. Something that had been very obscure to you or something that you felt was being hidden from you is going to become very clear. And when this particular issue becomes very clear, it's going to make it much easier for you to make a decision. Remember, I mentioned that the Two of Wands represents you being at a crossroads where you have to kind of make a decision here. You have to decide which way you're going with this. So when you receive this clarity that you've been waiting for, and you receive this message where things are going to become very apparent, and the situation is going to become illuminated, you'll be able to decide, okay, what you're going to do. Now tell me about this Five of Wands in reverse. This arguing, this competition, this fighting that you want to get rid of. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Tell me more about this Five of Wands in reverse. Thank you. Okay, so this Five of Wands may have been with another fire sign. It could have been with another Leo, Sag, Aries, with this Queen of Wands, or it can just be with somebody who has that in their chart or somebody that presents as very fiery. Okay, somebody who has that energy about them. All right, so what I'm strongly getting is possibly, because you have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, this is kind of like a divine pair here, okay? This is definitely somebody where you feel like you match, okay? It's possible that this Queen of Wands is somebody that goes after what they want. It's somebody that's usually very motivated, very driven, feels very powerful. She's very confident in herself. She has good self-esteem, very driven. This is somebody who typically, goes after what they want and they get what they want, right? You may see this person as very charming, very alluring, very enticing, right, with that energy about them, because remember, you're a fire sign, okay? So somebody who exhibits this energy, you're going to be drawn to them, okay? Now this is possibly the person that you were fighting with in the past. You were like at odds, you were like having a little bit of competition, possibly some arguing, some strife. There was definitely, like I had mentioned, like a combatant energy where you were constantly fighting over a certain issue. I do believe that possibly that issue had to do with this missed opportunity in love. So we're going to be looking into this and seeing why there was an actual missed opportunity in love, okay? All right, so I'm going to move up these cards just so we can make some room, Sagittarians, and we're going to pull some more cards and see what's going on. Okay. Okay, so moving into the near future, let's get some energy for Sagittarians and see what is happening. What's coming around the corner? What can Sagittarians expect? Thank you. All right, so we have the Fool card, major for Aries. Near future energy for Sagittarians, please. Okay. Oh, we're getting the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, new opportunity. Both of these cards have to do with a new opportunity, a new beginning. Let's get one more, please, Spirit. Upcoming energy for Sagittarians, please. Near future placement. Let me know when you're ready, please. Okay. All right, we're getting the Strength card in reverse, major for Leo. So what I'm strongly getting here is that in the near future, Sagittarians, you may have to rely on your own inner strength for this one as you move forward, because you're going to be faced with an opportunity for a brand new fresh start here, okay? This fresh start is going to involve you being able to take a leap of faith, kind of not overthink this, it's kind of like a blind faith, like having faith in the divine and just saying, you know what, I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to kind of throw caution to the wind. I'm going to jump into this and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see where it goes. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? That's what the Fool card represents. And here you have the same kind of energy. It's like this brand new opportunity here. You wipe the slate clean. You're going to start fresh, right? And this is an opportunity that can prove, very beneficial to you with this Ace of Pentacles. And it may involve you having to rely on your own inner voice, your own inner strength, feeling like you want to be successful here, okay? Now, because this card is coming up in reverse, you may feel a little bit hesitant about this. You may feel a little bit nervous. You may not feel as confident as you typically would, Sagittarians, okay? Because, your card is your sign is a very lucky sign. Typically, whatever you go after, you usually achieve. You're usually very motivated as a fire energy person. And, but whatever happened here, where you felt like there was some wrongs that had been done to you, that things were not fair, maybe some information was hidden from you, you had this missed opportunity here, you had some situation here that was really difficult for you and you had to let go, right? So, that may have done a little bit of damage in terms of, your self-esteem and feeling motivated, right? Similar to what we have here with this King of Wands in reverse. It's like you may not feel as strong or as motivated internally, where you feel like you typically rely on yourself to get things done. In the near future, you may feel a little bit hesitant moving forward. Okay, so let's get some information for that. Okay. All right. So I'm getting the Six of Wands. Yeah. You want to feel successful. You want to move forward. You want to feel like you're getting the recognition and the accolades and the praise from your person. You want to feel like, you're in charge. More wands, right? This whole energy has wands. Just take a drink here. You may feel like, you want your opinions to be heard. You want to be recognized by your person. You want to be, acknowledged for your part, and, your opinions, and you want to feel like everything matters here, right? Okay. So let's get something for this Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, now because the Wheel of Fortune is turning in reverse, you may feel moving forward that things are not working out the way that you had planned, or you may feel like things are working against you, or that timing is not on your side, or you may feel like, things are not working, in your favor in terms of how you wanted to see them pan out. Okay, Sagittarians. So let's get one more for that and see what's going on here. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Overall, I'm getting a sense of great hesitancy, like nervousness here to move forward with this opportunity. Now, I am seeing this, let me move these up a little bit. I am seeing this Eight of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Swords. So what I'm strongly getting is you are slowly moving away from a situation that is no longer serving you, a situation that possibly, you felt was, not letting you meet your highest potential, or it was causing you some kind of sadness or grief, or you were just bored, like I said, with this Four of Cups in the beginning of the reading. Now you have this Five of Wands and you have this Eight of Wands here coming in. Okay. Now the Five of Wands is over here in reverse, right? So what I'm strongly getting is in the near future, in order for you to be able to move away from the past and move away from things that were not serving you, you may have some conflict in your life. You may come to expect some strife, some arguing, some debating, some kind of competition, or some kind of situation where you're competing with somebody else. that combatant energy is coming back into play, and it has to do with some kind of information that you're either going to be receiving or some conversation that you're going to be having about what your choices are moving forward. Because remember, I said that you were at a crossroads here, Sagittarius. So you are definitely, trying to gather as much information as you can about the situation so that you can make a choice. But it definitely has to do, your hesitancy definitely has to do on what happened in the past, how it made you feel, and whether or not you're able to move forward based on your own, inner strength or not. Okay. And like I said, moving forward, you are slowly moving away from this kind of energy that wasn't serving you, but moving forward, it's going to kind of impact maybe your current situation, because there is going to be some fighting and some arguing about what's going on here. Okay. So let's get some advice from Spirit. Spirit, can I have some advice for Sagittarians, please? Some advice for Sagittarians. What's going on here for Sagittarians? Okay, so I am getting the Hermit here, which is major for Virgo. I'm going to just put it down here so we have some room. We have the Hermit here, major for Virgo. So you may be involved with a Virgo. You may be possibly dealing with a Virgo. This could be the person that you are moving away from. The Hermit has to do, when it's in reverse, with somebody doing a lot of introspection, a lot of self-reflection, doing some inner work, right? Maybe you feel like in order for you to solve this problem, you have to kind of go it alone, spend some time alone in order to sort things out, figure out what you're doing with this. Just be careful though, because when this card is in reverse, it has to do with really socially isolating, where you're not socializing, not reaching out to friends and family so much, and you might be pulling back your energy and spending too much time alone. So just make sure, that you're aware of that. Okay, Sagittarians. But overall, what I'm seeing here is that there's going to be a lot of self-work being done in the near future coming up for you. And probably this kind of time that you're taking for yourself has to do with some kind of communication about, what your plans are moving forward and leaving the past behind you. Okay, let's get one more for that. Let's get some energy from Spirit, or messages from Spirit for my Sagittarians moving forward. Let me know when you're ready, Spirit. What else do you have for Sagittarians, please? What else do you have for Sagittarians? Thank you. All right, I am getting more wands. Page of Wands, more fire energy. Okay, so what I'm strongly getting is you may have an idea in your head about something that you want to pursue, something that you're very passionate about, something that you're driven to move towards, but right now it's just like in the beginning stages in your mind, okay, which could have to do with this Hermit energy. Spirit is recognizing that you've been spending a lot of time thinking, a lot of time problem solving, and you kind of have an idea of where you want to go, because the wands have to do with action, right? So like you're planning on maybe taking action, but you're not quite ready to do it yet, but you're thinking about it. Okay, you have these ideas in your head of where you want to go with this, which way you want to pursue things, possibly travel, possibly, having some kind of new beginning here. But like I said, this is still in the beginning stages here. Nothing's been done about it, but you've been contemplating this, and this all has to do with you moving away from something in your past that wasn't serving you. Okay, all right. Let's get one more card in terms of the overall outcome for this reading, Spirit. Can I have the overall outcome for this reading? What is the probable outcome for this reading for Sagittarians, please? Probable outcome for Sagittarians, please. Thank you. You have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's showing here that possibly Sagittarians, If this does not work out, it's because you weren't willing to put the work in. You weren't willing to, spend the time making sure that all your T's were crossed and your I's were dotted, and you weren't really putting in the effort required to make this happen. Okay. So Spirit is kind of letting you know that unless you're willing to do that, unless you're willing to put in the work, make sure that you're focused and you're kind of going through the steps the way that you're supposed to in order to plan this out, you're not going to be able to kind of move forward with this idea that you have in your head. All right. So you have this like time where you're spending by yourself trying to figure out what you want to do, how you're going to go about it. But Spirit is letting you know that unless you are willing to put the effort in and actually make this happen, it probably won't happen. Okay, so that's what I'm strongly getting here for you, Sagittarians. I hope that this reading has been beneficial to you somewhat in some way. If it has, please like, comment, share the video, and hit that subscribe button. Your subscriptions are what help me a great deal with my family, and I really appreciate your support so much. I hope to see you at your next reading. Please always remember to keep gratitude in your heart. Thank you so much, and God bless.